And we're live. Hey everybody, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me this evening. It is Sunday, July 14th. 1 week before I leave for Vegas. Anyone else going to open? Anyone else getting excited? Anybody else? I'm sure everyone going is excited, but there's so much to do and to prepare and to get ready before you go. It's pretty much a whirlwind of I'm excited, but this is just so much anxiety. But yeah, 1 more week, guys. So, hi Trina, Donatella, Jackie, Sherry, and Sydney's here. Welcome in, ladies. Thank you for coming. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit of story while we wait for some people to get in before I get into the topic. I have another new to me shirt. This will be going to Vegas with me. $1.99 at the Goodwill. I paid full price. So I put it on this morning. And that song, That's the Sound of the Police, woo, woo, was going through my head. And so I had to sing it today whilst we were out at Goodwill's. I'm not sure if Keith appreciated it. He gets pretty mortified when I sing and dance in public. And my kid's pretty cool, though, so he thought it was funny. But, woo, woo, that's the sound of the police. It's been in my head all day since I put the shirt on. And Danny's here. Welcome in, Megan, Shelly. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That is hard. That's tough. Just Me Kathy is here. Danny, did you call me Start? Yep. So, a lot of people's phones will autocorrect to Start, and I answer to that now. It's cool. You can call me Start. Jody, hi. Greg, hey, welcome in. Pete. Thrifty Christy. Danny says that shirt is dope. I know, it is. It's totally cool. It is going to Vegas. It has to. I need 5 t-shirts. I'll be there for 5 days, and I'm bringing some dressy tops, which is kind of out of my realm of comfortability and who I really am, but I do know that I want to wear nice tops for certain occasions. I'll be bringing several. I'll be trying them on and making Sydney and Colleen help me pick, and then I'll probably change back into a t-shirt anyway. Because that's just who I am. Hey, Nathan, welcome in. Bill and David, Tina, Meryl. Okay, so you guys, if you didn't notice, I put up like 5 videos since Friday. I promoted one of them in our Facebook group and across social media Friday morning, the one on tips on how to price for eBay. And then I had scheduled out 4 more that were kind of popping in on their own Friday through this morning. We've been super, super busy. We haven't been home a lot, and when we have, it's been go, go, go. We've been in and out of the house, like constantly just in and out, running around, just so busy. So if you did miss the other 4 that popped up because I didn't get a chance to promote them in the group or social media, check out the channel later. I dropped tips for pricing on Poshmark, as well as in addition to the one on eBay. And then yesterday I did screen shares showing you guys how to set up automatic feedback and the automatic unpaid item assistant. And then this morning just a little vlog kind of for the Hungry Hippo, talking about how I stay organized and save time and money in the kitchen. So check those out if you haven't already. Hey, superstar. Mimo, good to see you. Thank you. I'm glad that you got to come in too. Sydney, okay, we're going to have a talk because I'll bring my bullet journal. I literally am so OCD that I write down everything that has to go in the suitcase. Like literally. In my head, I go through my morning routine and I write down every item I use. Makeup, toiletries, and then I count days, and I'm like, okay, so that's 5 pairs of socks, 5 bras, 5 underwears, 5 jeans. It's crazy, and I write it all down on a list, and then I tick it off. And that way, too, when I'm packing to come home, I go through the list again, tick it off. I never leave anything behind. I always know I got all my stuff because I have a list. I'll be starting to pack tomorrow. We're going to do laundry tomorrow. We're going to do great big loads of laundry. We did a huge sourcing trip today. Tons of clothes. So we're going to be doing a lot of laundry tomorrow, and then I'm going to pack everything I want to go to Vegas in my suitcase tomorrow and set it aside. And that way all week I'll just wear, I don't care, I'm at the house crap, and then my clothes are in the suitcase and ready to go. Last year we made the mistake of putting off laundry, and we were going to do it the night before we flew out, and something came up. I can't remember what it was, but it was something with Keith's family. Something came up, and we ended up having to do laundry like 3 hours before we were to leave for our plane. So we were like really pushed for time. We were doing laundry like right up to the minute and tossing stuff in that was like wrinkled and still damp. It was just a hot mess. I'm never doing that again. So I'm packing everything I want tomorrow, and then I can wear other stuff all week. Mimo says, I watched them all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Danny says he liked my pricing video. Yeah, Casey's breakdown of the 10 reselling business plans is really good. I only got to catch part of it. Like I said, this weekend has been absolutely crazy. I have probably had maybe 10 hours of sleep since Friday, Thursday. We've just been really on the go. We've been doing a lot of yard selling, a lot of sourcing, a lot of work, a lot of in and out. Just a crazy weekend, and we've been doing a lot of fun stuff with my son this weekend. So I caught part of it, and I started to fall asleep last night, so I'll have to watch it later. You'll be fine. Just make a list, make a list and just calmly pack. You can always, you have to obviously leave your makeup and stuff to the last day, but if you can, the day you fly out, get up earlier than normal and get ready, and then you can start packing your makeup and stuff. That's my advice. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate that. Bill and David even put up a YouTube this week. So, hey, Elizabeth, welcome in. You're okay. You are a little bit late, but we haven't really gotten into the meat and potatoes of this video. We're just kind of talking about packing and my crazy weekend. So it is July 14th, and in my mind, the way I think, when we get back from Vegas, it's going to be July 27th, and we're taking a red eye, so we're leaving really late Friday night. We'll fly overnight back home, and we'll probably sleep for a good portion of Saturday, just jet lag, and you can't really sleep on the plane. And so July 28th is like what we're going to consider our first full day back, 2 weeks from today. And the way my mind thinks, that's about a month from back to school. A lot of schools start in August now. I remember when I was a kid, schools after Labor Day, fall clothing, and Halloween, and Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I mean, it's just going to happen so fast. I know it's only July 14th, but when you put it into perspective that way, it's just going to start happening so fast. We're going to get back from open, and then you're going to have August where you're kind of probably gearing up for fall, and then we're just going to be straight up into Q4, and it's going to be nuts. Hey, Lisa, welcome in. Thrifty Christy had a dream. She was shopping at a yard sale I was having and bought some things, but never could find the stuffed bag. That's funny. Sydney has all of her clothes already picked out in a basket. Yeah, I kind of in my mind know what I'm taking. I picked out in my head like my 5 favorite graphic t-shirts, and of course my mind will change, so I may bring extra ones, because it's like, do I want Green Lantern, do I want Superman? I know I gotta have Harley. Anyway, I digress back to the packing thing. So I think we should all already be thinking about and preparing for back to school. It's always a good idea to take a page out of the playbook of the bigger stores. If the bigger stores are starting to put out their displays and push their back to school items, then the mindset of people are ready for it. And if the bigger stores are already selling it, then it's okay for us to start thinking about it as well. I wouldn't hang up your summer clothes yet. I would still focus on the beach stuff and the swimsuits, sunglasses, shorts. My God, I bought some booty shorts today. I cannot wait to show you guys my haul this week. for days. Like, this may be the last time I buy shorts this year. There's so many. I think they're going to all get listed, and that's going to be it. Usually I start to taper off of shorts somewhere in the middle of August and start focusing harder on jeans. But we found so many. I'm just going to say that's it for the year, and I'll list them through August. Will I fill? Yes, absolutely. Claudia, please do follow us on Instagram. Number one, make sure you're following us on Instagram. We are at Flippin Hippos over there. I will be going live on Instagram several times from Vegas like I did last year. They'll just be like, minute or two, quick snippets maybe of the meetup, the reseller, YouTuber meet and greet at the Skyfall Lounge. If we go see the fountains and the lights at the Bellagio again, I would go live. Maybe from a party bus. I don't know if they're going to let us film in the Saw escape room, but I might. But yeah, I will be going, live here and there on Instagram. So make sure you follow us there, and then I'll be filming while I'm there. I don't know that I'll put anything up on YouTube. What I did last year was I just filmed the entire experience and went live on Instagram a couple of times, and then when I got home I edited it into several videos. So I don't know if I'll be putting footage from Vegas up while I'm in Vegas, but I will definitely be filming the entire thing, and you'll see it when I get back. I say that because there's not really a lot of downtime there. It's go, 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 go. You don't even sleep. It's a very busy week. But we'll see. I am going to try to pre-record some videos for you guys, just to have content going up for that whole week while I'm gone, so you guys don't miss my face. You don't want to miss this face. If you have any requests for that, you guys that are in the Facebook group, if you're not, join the Facebook group. Description's down in the box. You can go in there and put up requests if you guys want. I'm going to try to pre-record as many as I can. I'm going to be putting out a video every day this week, so, it's going to be like double video load, but I can do it. You got to work twice as hard before a vacation when you are self-employed, or run your own business. It's just the truth. If you're going to take time off, you got to work harder. You really got to earn it. Swimmerization was listening on the phone. So yeah, absolutely. Use your time wisely. Share on your phone while you listen to me. That is absolute great time management. I love it. Party time. We are going to Vegas to learn. We're going to sit in conferences and we are going to learn. We are not going to party. Dave and I want the first dance on eBay Thursday. All right, you got it. Bill and Dave, they're first on my dance card, guys. Went and accepted an offer and came back. That's awesome. All right, so let me get back on track. So it is a good idea to just kind of follow the trends of the bigger department and brick and mortar stores. So if you see them putting out the back to school stuff, the mindset of the general population is probably thinking, my kids are going back to school in about a month, and they're thinking about it. So it's okay for us to do it too, I think. And here's the thing. People who like to shop online or who prefer to shop online may see these things, these displays at the store, be reminded, oh, it's back to school, and then they'll come home and shop online because they prefer that. So you want to get your stuff up now. I would say if you've got any kind of back to school items, get them up now. And that can be anything from kids' clothes, backpacks, stationaries, planners. And for college kids going away to dorms, you've got home decor. You've got those cute pillows, that the emoticon pillows, the character pillows, the decor pillows. You've got quilt sets, blankets, bed sets. If you have any of the home decor that's like the little decorative baskets, anything that goes on a desk, the sky is the limit. Try to think outside of the box. Try to think of what any kid K through 12 would need. But then think of the kids, I'm so old. The kids that are 18, it makes me feel old, but the kids going away to college, they need stuff for their dorms, so think outside of the box. Try to think of all the things the kid in a dorm might want, and those are the things you want to get listed right now. And don't forget good key words. I did hear that the abbreviation, all caps, I'm going to put it in the chat just to make sure you know what I'm saying. BTS. I did hear from a couple of folks that you don't have to put back to school in your title, all spelled out, taking up all that that precious real estate space up there in your title. You can put BTS, and allegedly folks do search for BTS the same way they would for vintage, VTG. I cannot confirm nor deny that, but I have heard it from a lot of people. So it might be worth a shot. If you want to type out back to school, you can. But those good key words, you want back to school, you want school time, you want autumn, you want fall. And those dormitory items, you want to put dorm room, college, kids, teen, tween, all those good keywords. Kids are going to start moving into college next month too. So I am working on my second quarter sales tax. Yay! You are more on the ball than I am. Sydney's got the second dance. Shelly, thank you for confirming the BTS. I did hear it from several folks. I've never used it. I was using up my valuable real estate space up there years past. But if it is a thing, use it, because you only get so many characters, and you want to put as many keywords as you can. It's not considered keyword spamming if every word is relevant. If you say look-alike or like or Vera Bradley like, that's what they consider keyword spamming. But if you have a decorative pillow that a teen would like, or goes in a dorm room, as long as your keywords are relevant and it's not bringing people to something dishonestly, I guess is the word. So that's the back to school stuff I wanted to talk about. And then fall. So autumn officially starts. Let me look it. Let me speak English too. I don't know what it is. Every time I get on a darn live show, I get I can't speak. And the funny part is if I'm doing a pre-recorded video and I trip over my words like that, or I stumble or whatever, I stop and start again and I'll edit it. And it takes me a lot more time. That's kind of why I like live shows, because it's just like, it doesn't matter what I do. I gotta roll with the punches. I could knock something over and I gotta be like, well, the Henry's on the floor. I don't know how many of you were around way back when I knocked my camera off the laptop and you guys were staring at the ceiling. Okay, so the first day of autumn 2019 will be Monday, September 23rd. So that's 2 months away-ish. 2 months away from, when we're in Vegas. So that's not that long. If you think about it that way, if you want to have your store already ready for the fall, when the fall happens, 2 months is like a good amount of time to get prepared, I think. Holly, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Don't worry about being late. It's not like I'm going to dock you. David and I were greedy this weekend. Well, if they really wanted it, they would have paid the $2 or $3. That's the way I feel. I try not to think of that as like a loss, because at the end of the day, you're running a business, not a charity. So if they want to be cheap, they can go elsewhere. But I've also been accused of being greedy. So, hey, Nicole, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I don't lose pay this time. I'll sit there and argue over $1 or $2. I don't care. I mean, it depends on the item too, how old it is, how long it's been around. If it's something that I just put up that has a lot of value to it, you're not getting it for unless it's what I want. And if you're $1 under it, I may argue over it. Back to talking about fall. So technically, from next week, eBay Open Week, we've got 2 months to prepare for fall. So when fall hits, September 23rd, you don't want that day to be the day that you are starting to put stuff in for fall or starting to get prepared for fall. You want to spend a couple of months leading up to it. So, still list your summer stuff. Don't lose focus on that. But start to switch your mindset. And I know that, Ollie's funny. I know that I've talked about this before, but I just want to touch on it real quick for those of you that may not have heard me say this before. I list all the things all the time. I don't turn down something that's going to be a good flip. If it's the middle of the summer and I find a leather coat for $1 or $2 at a yard sale or the thrift store, I buy it and I list it. I don't hold it back. I don't set it aside for September. If it's the middle of winter and I stumble across Eileen Fisher shorts for a good price, I'm going to buy them and list them. I just recently listed 2 mystery boxes of Christmas stuff I bought at a yard sale. So, you know, it's you got to list all the things all the time, and you can't pass up good deals because it's the wrong season, quote unquote, because it's always hot somewhere and it's always cold somewhere. And people go on vacations and people go on cruises in the middle of the winter. People have Christmas in July. There are all kinds of reasons that people will be shopping out of season. All kinds of reasons, thousands of them. So don't ever pass up a good deal if it's out of season. And don't buy it and bring it home and put it away. Just list it. You'd be surprised at what sells out of season. Seriously, we've been selling Christmas ornaments recently. Like, what? But I'll take it. So I do never talk right. I don't ever turn down a good deal. And I will list things out of season if I found something that was a good deal. But my focus will shift. So during the summer months, I'm more cherry picky with jeans when I'm sourcing at the Goodwill. I look for the really, really good brands, and I'm really cherry picky about my bread and butter brands. But I'll buy all the shorts that are $1. Don't care what brand, as long as they're cute, as long as they're denim, as long as they're booty shorts and they're $1, I buy them all. Same with swimsuits. If they're $1, I buy them all. And then I might kind of peruse through the sweaters and just run my hand down and see if I can feel any wool or cashmere. And I know I've talked to you guys too about touching everything. Get used to the way different textures feel. Get used to the way different materials feel. It will definitely help you out in the long run. I did a whole video about touch all the things one time. But just start touching stuff and start getting used to using one of your other senses while you're out. I can run my hand down a thing of sweaters and I can pull out the wool and the cashmere, or blouses and pull out the silk. You know what I mean? So in the summer, I'll kind of do that. I'll kind of look through the coats. But then in the winter, I'm less cherry picky with jeans. I buy all the bread and butter and all the filler brands and everything I can get my hands on for 99 cents at the Goodwill, just to put tons of jeans in my store because it's that time of year. I really, really dig into the sweaters and the coats and look at them more. So I just kind of switch my mindset when I'm sourcing to be in sync with the season it is. But I look at other stuff too, and I won't turn anything down that's a good deal, and I won't hold anything back. I list it as soon as I get it, or as soon as I get to it, I should say, because we have piles. Lots of piles. Let me check in with the chat real quick. I had another international sale. They changed their mind after buying. Yeah, that actually is a pretty common occurrence, because what happens is the international folks will purchase the item and then see how much it's going to cost for shipping internationally and customs and all of that, and then they just change their mind and they cancel. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Claudia, we had a lady on this Disney shirt. It was crazy. It was this Mickey Mouse Disney shirt I almost kept for myself as a night shirt. Like, I was just going to keep it to wear as a pajama top. And I ended up listing it. And overnight, we got an offer for $10. I had it up for $20. And for 3 days, she kept offering $10. She'd never budge. And then it went on sale, I want to say for $17 over last weekend. And someone offered us $16, and we took it. So she lost out. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't budge. You know what I mean? Like, if you send me an offer and I offer you 10% off, you've got to budge too. I've been known to go back with the same price over and over and over again, the same that they're doing. If they go up a quarter, I go down a quarter. If they go back down, I go back up. It kind of amuses me. I can be a little passive aggressive at times. So if someone's going to be like coming up a nickel, a dime, I'm happy to go down a nickel or a dime and play games with them. That's just me. I'm so greedy, I'm giving away free training. Absolutely. I wasn't even monetized for a very long time. I did YouTube for absolutely free for a very long time. Vintage leather pants at the bins. Yeah, Holly has a good idea there. Listing twice as much. That's a good idea in the summer. List twice as much while you're slow. We're going to get into that when we start talking about Q4, because Q4 can come as a big shock and a big surprise to a lot of people who are new to reselling and haven't experienced it yet. And even for us veteran sellers, sometimes Q4 will come in like a hurricane and knock you off your feet and take your breath away. And then sometimes it comes in like a little tiny storm and builds up. But Q4 can get very busy and very stressful for a lot of people if you're suddenly selling a lot more than you're used to selling and you're having to ship a lot more. You may end up with less time to list. And it's always a good idea to prep for Q4 by listing more. Everyone will tell you that. Like, pick a goal. If you have 500 now, say you want to have 1,000 by Q4. If you have 1,000, say you want to have 1,500 to 2,000 by Q4. It's not just about listing every day. You want to have like a solid goal or a number because you want to increase your overall listings. Because in Q4, I don't know what it is, but people just don't have any mindset of money. They open their wallets and just let their money fly. And they buy everything. People will start buying stuff at full price consistently all the time. You'll stop getting lowball offers. In some cases, you'll never get offers at all. People will just start buying stuff left and right. And the closer you get to Christmas, the more people will start paying for that expedited shipping or express shipping. And that gets expensive. And I guess some people are just procrastinators, because we had someone spend like $30 last year to ship a couple of items. It was crazy. Overnight, like they wanted express. Yep, Holly's absolutely right about the sweaters and jackets in the summer. I think I talked about that in my live show when we were first coming into the spring and I was talking about what we should be sourcing. I sell a lot of sweaters in the summer, cardigans. Pleather, yeah, you can call it pleather, faux leather. Yes, Jody, keep your eye out for Halloween costumes now. And the beautiful part, I'm going to give you guys a really good tip here. The beautiful part about Halloween costumes, once Halloween's over with, take Halloween costume out of your title as a keyword and put in cosplay. And people will buy it. You could put in cosplay, Comic-Con, things like that, and people will still buy your costumes. I had to buy a hoodie in Washington. Okay. Hey, Thrifty Chica Gayton. I hope I said that right. I'm happy to see you on the live chat. Welcome in. I sold a denim jacket to Hawaii one time, like dead smack in the middle of the summer. I'm like, maybe they're taking a trip somewhere that's colder. Maybe they're going away from Hawaii. I don't know. Enjoy your grilled cheese, Nicole. That sounds really good. Jody's going to the bins. Woohoo! People will pay good money. And there are a lot of people in the world who are absolutely procrastinators and will put everything off to the last minute. And then they pay for that, that privilege of getting in on time. Yeah, cosplay, Comic-Con. You can still leave costume in there. Put nerd. No, I'm kidding. I don't think many of us nerds would be offended if you put that, but that was a joke. Okay, so switching your focus as we go into fall. I don't really switch that focus, that mindset that I was talking about, until about mid-August. Mid-August is usually when I start and I start getting more jeans and being less cherry picky with jeans. stop picking up shorts and start looking for my fall items. Some of the examples of items that you'll want to stock up on for fall and winter: sweaters, sweatshirts, jeans, boots, long sleeve shirts, longer skirts, and wool skirts. I think that those are still good sellers. Even in the winter, women will wear them with leggings or tights, but look for like those maxi length skirts or the modest length skirts and the wool skirts. And then, of course, obviously, jackets and coats, anything Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, turkeys, New Year's Eve, celebratory, anything like that. And here's the thing: if you're going to start getting ready for Q4 early or for fall early, if you want to start listing those items, in August, early September, getting ready to move into fall, list it high and let it ride. I mean, if you're going to list a leather coat in the middle of August, you got all winter to sell that baby. So list it high and let it ride. That's what I say. A lot of times when I list things out of season, I will list them high and let it ride. And I'll either get an offer or, eventually I'll knock down the price a little bit when we're in the right season for it. But don't feel like you have to list it at the going rate, because if you're listing something in August that typically wouldn't sell till middle of the winter, you can list it high and wait. And then also, unless you're one of my viewers, you're probably one of the millions and millions and millions and millions of resellers who have that mindset of only listing what's in season. I cannot tell you how many people have that mindset. They don't look at it, they don't source it, they don't even bother with it, and if they do get it, they set it aside and they only list seasonal items. So, other than the 58 of you and me that know the secret, 58 of you are watching right now, not a lot of people list out of season. So, it's okay to list high. If someone was going on a cruise in December and they needed a bikini, you're going to be one of very few people who have a bikini in their store. So, and people kind of understand, if I'm looking for a swimsuit in the middle of December, I'm probably going to have to pay a little bit more. Hey, Northwest Purple Sparkles, welcome in. Yes, absolutely put English. Absolutely put modest and conservative in your keywords with the maxi dresses and skirts. The denim ones, that's one of my secrets I'll give you tonight. But those denim maxi skirts, oh my god, they sell like overnight. They like fly off the shelves for me. And I find them in abundance here, and probably Holly does too. And Bill and David, you should be looking for them. In Pennsylvania, we have a lot of Amish. And the women do wear the more modest skirts. They'll wear those ankle-length skirts, and I think that's why I find more to source. But they sell really fast. So just put, modest, conservative, maxi, and then always put good measurements on those. Just like jeans, you want your waist and your hips, and then you want to give them an overall total length, because length is very, very, very important, especially if it's someone who is Amish or of a faith that has to wear those conservative skirts. They need to know the length because they have to have a certain length for their beliefs. Jasmine says, I need to grow my inventory larger by Q4. I need a daily accountability partner, goal setting correspondent. Anyone need one? If anybody wants to hook up with Jasmine, speak now. And Jasmine, if you're not in our Facebook group, please join it. Link is in the description box. When I get back from Vegas, I'm going to be going ham. I always laugh when I use that expression because we refer to my hamster as my ham. She's my little ham. But when I get back from Vegas, I am going ham. I'm really going to try to get a plush and jeans guides out to you. I've been saying since January that I was going to get a plush guide and a jeans guide out to you guys. Here comes a train. And I'm not like just blowing hot air out my ass, but I'm just so busy. But I'm really going to try to get those two things out. October, I want to say fall, early Q4. But I'm going to be ramping up a bunch of stuff in the group, all the things I've been talking about. The files, the lists of everybody's social media, everybody's stores, and all the different pictures I have for you guys and stuff. And we'll be doing something special for Q4 to hold people accountable. I'll have a big live show. We'll do this whole thing. We'll check in. So everybody can get ready for Q4. So this week leading up to me leaving for Vegas is going to be crazy. Crazy. I'm going to be trying to record 2 videos a day, one to drop, one to schedule for when I'm gone. I'm trying to list double before we leave. I'm just not going to sleep until I'm on the plane. But yeah, when I get back from Vegas, I will be going ham on a bunch of things. So join the group. We're gonna go crazy for Q4. My store is already at all I can list free now. Yes, unfortunately in the beginning that does happen. I remember we used to hit that point too. Sounds like Jody wants to hook up with Jasmine. She needs an accountability partner as well. Awesome. Mennonites. Thank you, Holly. I forgot the name, so I was just trying to be polite and say people of other beliefs and faiths. The Mennonites, the Amish. I think there are other faiths. Mormons. They all dress conservatively. And everybody's got to wear clothes no matter what your belief system is. So I'm a firm believer, and I will sell anything to anybody. You guys know I've sold you before. I'll sell a Trump tie next to a Hillary book, next to a Ouija board, next to a Bible. I sell all the things. So I will sell booty shorts and modest skirts. Everybody's got to wear clothes. Hey, David says, thanks for the tip. So I'm not sure which one it was, but you're welcome. I've just been talking and I'm like, what's in my water cup? Water. And, oh my goodness. Oh, someone just shot off a firework. Did you see me jump? And a lemon. This is just water with lemon in it. That is all. We went to Popeyes for lunch, and I had 2 sodas at lunch, so I'm trying to drink a lot of water right now. I had too much soda today. Yay, I love it. Jody and Jasmine are going to be partners. How do I feel about sourcing from online auctions? We do it all the time. If you can find a good deal, go for it. The only 2 pieces of advice I would give you about online auctions. Number 1, make sure there's always a manifest. Never ever purchase any kind of wholesale lot or auction or mystery box. Well, not mystery box, that's a mystery. I did not mean to throw that one in. But I would say any kind of auction, wholesale lot, or anything like that, don't ever get them unless you have a manifest of everything that is to be included in what you're purchasing. And number 2, just make sure it's worth it. So figure out the total cost when you're bidding, what the shipping's going to be, how high you can go, plus the shipping, for your total cost of goods to still be profitable for you. So if it's still going to be profitable for you and it's something that you would enjoy listing, I wouldn't say go buy a whole auction full of crap that you're going to go ugh and put it in your I don't wanna pile, because nobody wants the I don't wannas. But if it's something that you're interested in doing and you think you can whip out real quick and it's got a manifest and it's profitable for you, go for it. We have a box on the way that I can't wait to show you guys this week. I'm hoping it comes in before I leave for Vegas because I really want to show it to you guys. We actually paid more than 99 cents for something, but we'll get into that when it arrives. Jody says, I love reselling way better. I think we all do. So if you want to work towards this being your job, you got a long road ahead of you. It's hard work. It's not easy, but it can be done. You will definitely sleep on the plane. I don't know. Planes are so uncomfortable. And I remember last year, it's a 4.5 hour flight for us. 4.5 hours. My back was hurting so bad. It didn't matter how I shifted or how I moved. And then I had to get a pain pill out of my bag, and I was bothering this guy next to me. And it was 2 a.m, and I'm like, I just can't get comfortable. I just want a pain pill. It was horrible. 2-week notice and quit. Amish, yeah, the Amish I remember out there, because I used to live out there, did make a lot of their own clothes, but I think some of the more down like in Maryland, the Maryland line, like right by Shrewsbury, PA, right over the Maryland line, there was a bunch of Amish stores that I used to take my folks I took care of to their Amish markets, and we would shop there and eat sandwiches and stuff. Oh god, they had good food. But a lot of the more modern, like the younger girls, they still dressed conservatively, but they would actually have like stuff they bought. Do I think it's necessary to have a P.O. box for your return address? Well, first of all, I don't think you can Google just anybody and get an address. I think some people are harder to find than others. But if you're just going to be a reseller, you don't need a P.O. box. If you're just going to sell on eBay, I would say it's okay to use your address unless you're worried about crazy buyers who are really unhappy that are going to seek you out and do some kind of sort of revenge on you or send you poop in a box or a glitter bomb. But if you are a personality of any type, whether you're a social media influencer on Instagram or you are a YouTuber, if you are putting your face and your personality and your information out there, and you have a following, I would absolutely recommend having a P.O. box. We have one. You guys are all fantastic. Most of my viewers are amazingly wonderful, super cool and awesome human beings. But there are crazeballs out there, and you do end up with haters. And people are unpredictable. I watch a lot of documentaries on serial killers and murders and true crime. And people can be very crazy. People can be unstable. I'm not saying any of you are, but if you're going to be on Instagram as an influencer or YouTube, I think it's important you get a P.O. box. And a second store. You should have a second eBay store where you're putting some stuff, yes. Alright, so we're going to talk about Q4 now. Q4 starts October 1st. So that is, I'm going to break this down for you and it's going to blow your mind. Because when I say we're getting ready for Q4, you're like, Star, it's the middle of July. We're in the middle of the summer. We're in the middle of the hottest part of the year, and you haven't even been to eBay Open yet. And it's not even back to school yet. Why are you talking about Q4? Because Q4 is 11 weeks and 1 day away. Q4 is 78 days from now. That's 11 weeks, 78 days. If you were to talk like Captain Kirk, if you were to say, I'm going to, for the next 78 days before Q4, list 10 items a day to grow my store, you would list an extra 700, you believe me, I'm not going to show you my calculator. You would list an extra 780 items, right? But you're still selling every day. So just to ease the numbers for someone like Keith and I, let's say Keith and I say for the next 78 days, and that's, not even taking weekends off. Let's take weekends out. So if there's 11 weeks, you've got 22 days for weekends, right? So for 56 days, Monday through Friday, Keith and I are going to list 40 items, 20 apiece. Okay? That's 2,240 items for Q4. But we sell about 10 items a day. So that's going to be minus the 560 we sell. We're only going to grow by 1,680. I know that we're only going to grow. But if you got two people banging away like that at 20 a day, let's look at something smaller so the new folks feel a more comfortable number. So let's say you're new and you typically list 5 a day, but you say, I'm going to do 10 a day every day until Q4, but I'm taking weekends off. So you're going to do 10 a day for 56 days. That's 560. But let's say you normally sell 2 items a day. So you're going to lose about 156 of those. So if you started tomorrow, because it's 11 weeks and 1 day away from today, starting tomorrow, we have 11 weeks until October 1st. Even taking weekends off, if you listed 10 items a day and you sold an average of 2 a day, you would only grow by 400 items, 404 items. And that is why it is the middle of July and it is still hot and I am talking to you guys about Q4. Holly, me neither. Yeah, bamboo spine gout. I absolutely learned my lesson last year. I will be pre-flighting. Last year was a mess. We were supposed to fly out of Pittsburgh at 8:20. It was midnight. We were still in the airport. Apparently our plane that was coming from Tampa, so we landed on Casey, just so in case you're wondering. It was ironic. The plane that was supposed to pick us up in Pittsburgh and take us to Vegas was supposed to be flying to Pittsburgh from Tampa. Tampa had a whole bunch of storms. Casey's flight got delayed too, if you guys remember. But we kept telling him, we kept calling him and texting him and going, it's your fault. The plane's coming from your city. It's your fault. It was like 2 a.m. and they finally got a plane for us. It was just, and I was so exhausted. So by the time we landed in Vegas, to me, it felt like 6 o'clock. But it was 3 o'clock in the morning their time. And then when we got there at 3 o'clock in the morning their time, it was apparently the time of the night when they were flipping all of their records over, or they turned off their, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they turned all their systems off to back up. That's what they were doing. They were backing up their servers. And they said they do it at 3 o'clock in the morning because there's hardly ever anybody checking in at 3 o'clock in the morning. So they're backing up the servers. I mean, we did get an Uber. I guess in Vegas, Uber and Lyft drivers work at 3 in the morning. He was quick. He was there. But we get to the resort, and they were backing up their servers. And for another 2 hours, she kept telling me it would just be another couple minutes. It doesn't take that long. It'll just be 10 minutes. It'll just be 20 minutes. So we're sitting under this TV that's playing this same Michael Jackson song. Because they had some new Michael Jackson thing that last year. And it was the same 30-second clip from the same song from Michael Jackson on a loop. So it was like 5 o'clock local time. By now it felt like 9 in the morning to me before we even got in our room. And that was my nightmare last year. This year I will be taking 2 migraine pills because I get a headache from the thing. So I'll be taking 2 of my Excedrins and then my back pain pill before I get on the plane. Because I hope that we don't have what happened to us last year. It was a nightmare. I'm reliving the nightmare telling it to you guys. I mean, it was exhausting. And then we took like a 2-hour nap and got right back up. It's hard to fly when you have a bad back. It really is. It's hard to get comfortable. But when you're sitting in the airport for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on a delay, and then it's not like the seats were comfortable at the resort and the lobby. They were like backless couches and the Michael Jackson song. Yeah, it's hard to get comfortable. Yeah, this was on the way there. Casey, unfortunately, had a bad experience both ways. He had a delay leaving Tampa to get to Vegas, and then him and Sydney both had a bad experience leaving Vegas. Ours was fine on the way home. It was there early. They loaded us on early. We were home on time. So, Q4, back on track. So that's why I want to talk about Q4. It may be the middle of July, it may be summertime. Nobody's even thinking about, well, okay, I lie. Everybody in the world except me and Holly are not yet thinking about Halloween or October yet. Or Sydney's probably thinking of it too. But you've got like 78 days. Elizabeth, thank you so much. I'm sure you're referring to when I got food. I also got food poisoning in Vegas, folks. Just to top off the trip. The flight there wasn't bad enough. The second day there, I got food poisoning, and it was awful. I was out for like 20 some hours. It was crazy. All right, so you have 78 days from tomorrow until October 1st. That is the official start of Q4. So you have to think now what you want to do. Where do you want to be? How many listings do you want to have up? What kind of things do you want in your store? What are you going to do for the next 78 days to prepare your store? Even if you took weekends off, you got less time, right? You got less days. Maybe towards September is when you want to start putting sales on all of your summer items. You want to list more. You want to get your listings up. You want to start cleaning them up too. So while we're still at the tail end of the summer slump here, you can take the time to, I feel like, yeah, there it is. I'm like, there's a piece of hair sticking out. So while we have extra time, while things are a little slow, you could list a little extra every day. And you could pick 5 or 10 items a day and just clean them up a little bit. Like check your titles, make sure the keywords are good. Maybe flip a couple keywords around to force the algorithm to recalculate your listing. It might help it be pushed up in the searches. You never know. Check your prices. Just kind of clean up a couple every day if you want. I pick a couple every day and end them because we're all now forced to good till canceled. So I pick a couple and I manually end them, and then I relist them after I play around with them and tweak a couple things. I don't ever stop thinking about Halloween either. I'm like totally ready to go. I mean, I can't take any more time off until Vegas. I will be working non-stop. The only time I won't be working is when I'm spending time with my kid the next week. But I'm ready for a horror movie marathon. I'm like, it's July and I need Halloween movies. So, I wrote this other little note and I can't read my own handwriting. Sorry, guys. Another thing to do while it's slow, before we get into Q4, while we still have 78 days, you guys might want to start thinking now about getting into good routines, establishing a schedule, all the things I talk to you guys about all the time, because apparently that I repeat myself, but that's what I do. So while we're slow, while things are not hectic, while things are calm, this can be the time you can start a new bullet journal and start doing your to-do lists for the every day and your schedules and getting yourself into a good routine now. If you start now, 78 days from now, your routines and your schedules and those good habits that you've created are going to be so established. They're just going to be a part of your life. You're going to be on autopilot. So when you get slammed and you're freaking out because you're selling and you're having to ship everything and it's hectic and things are crazy, I mean, that's just your business. I understand that during Q4, people have work parties, holiday parties, families coming in out of town, friends coming in from out of town. You go out of town and visit friends and family. Q4 is hectic all the way around in our businesses and our personal lives and our interrelationships with our families and friends. It's a crazy time of year. So if you take the time now while things are calm, things are slow, to get yourself in a really, really good routine, create a ton of good habits that just become natural and normal for you, when shit hits the fan, pardon the expression, in Q4 and you feel like you're losing your mind, you can just keep going with your normal routine and everything will get done and you can stay a little bit calmer knowing that you're just following your routine. And this is a good time to do that because start a new bullet journal. It's a good time for that. If you haven't noticed, like in the stores, they sell the planners that are like 16 months now. And they go from August now until December of next year. So you could get one of those, and you can do less work. Because I get like the blank journals, and I do like the legit bullet journal where you fill everything out yourself. But you can buy them with the pre-planners. I saw a lot of cute ones at Barnes & Noble. I actually was really tempted to buy one and start a new one in August because they were so cute. They were 16 months. They had tabs. They had stickers. They had to do... Oh, God, they were so cute. I may actually go back and buy one and just not have a blank one I create myself this year. But you can buy one like that. You can get something on your phone. You don't have to do a bullet journal. I just think some kind of planner, some kind of to-do list, some kind of schedule, some kind of something to remind you to do all the same things in the same order every day to get those routines. Scratch paper, whatever, notebook. You can use your phone. They have tons of apps. But now's the time to do it, because when Q4 hits, sometimes it gets so busy between the business and what's going on in the world and your life. It's hard to even see straight and stay organized. It's hard to keep on track. It's easy to get anxious and stressed out. And that's what we want to avoid. But yeah, just to put it in, perspective, we've got about a month and maybe a week until kids start going back to school. Maybe a little bit longer. The first day of fall, what did I say, September 23rd? So that's like 2 months from next week. And then we've got 78 days only until Q4. That's not even a full 3 months. Nope. Not much time left at all. Good night, Shelly. Again, I'm really sorry for your loss, hon. I hope you feel better. Cyber hug. Alright, guys, I'm going to wrap this up too. It is almost 10 o'clock at night. Holly, I was talking, see, you were late, Holly. I was talking about how at Walmart they already have all the displays out and everything. Yes, that is an absolutely good tip too. Order your shipping supplies now before Q4. That way you don't run out of anything and you don't have a last minute run to Walmart at midnight to pay more for something you could have ordered, for free. Use your coupon code if you've got one through your store subscription. Get your free stuff and stock up. I recommend, if you have the capital flowing in your business that you can afford to, I always recommend like right around the end of the beginning of September, I guess, towards going in October, to double up on all your supplies. Most of what you're going to double up on is the free boxes from the United States Postal Service. You can make sure that you've used your third and your fourth quarter coupon from eBay to stock up. But if you normally keep 500 polys on hand, I would tell you to do 1,000, especially if you really pump up and list a lot more and get ready. You don't want to run out of anything. Holly's so funny. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It is about 10 o'clock. I do got to pack up our shipping for tomorrow and still share our Posh Closet. So I will wrap this up here. If you guys think of anything you wanted to ask at a later date, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will get to you. I am 100% caught up on comments. Again, I'm so proud of myself. I was so behind. In my defense, YouTube hides comments apparently, and then they'll pop back up later. But as of right now, I'm 100% caught up on them, but it does take me sometimes a couple days to get to them. So if you want a faster response than what you're going to get by leaving a comment and asking a question, join their Facebook group. That link is in the description box. Once you're a member, you can post and tag me, and I will get back to you within a couple hours. I do check in there. Sometimes you don't know I'm checking in. I lurk. I kind of just like once every 2 hours, 3 hours, I do go in there and scroll and kind of lurk, and I just kind of make sure everybody that had a problem or question, someone answered them, someone's helping them, and if not, I will jump in and comment. But if you tag me, I absolutely respond to you. Sometimes fast, because it does pop up on my phone when you tag me. Depending on what I'm doing, it may be real quick. Hit the thumbs up. Does help the channel. It helps it to be seen more, and that helps others who need this information to get the information. So hit that if you would before you leave. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel. And help us feed a hungry hippo. I almost forgot my own car salesman spiel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Thank you so much, Holly, for putting the link to the Facebook group right there. And we're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Flippin Hippos. Follow us on Instagram, definitely, if you want live updates from Vegas. And thanks to you guys for joining me tonight and sitting here listening to me chatter at you for an hour. I do so appreciate it when you guys hang out with me. And until next time, guys, go be productive, go make some money, and love you guys. Bye.